What up, y'all? DCFaygoGuy up here on CarnivalSpirits, and I am joined by BstMstR and Jekyll Juggalo. What's up, guys?
What's up, homie?
What's going on?
Happy missing link day, brother.
Happy birthday to you, Ninja.
Oh shit! Happy birthday, Violent J.
Yeah.
And Jessica Alba.
And Jessica Alba. Yes. And TJ's mom.
And my mom. And believe she did homie yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday. I said 26, but it is 27th. You're right. Boom.
Yep.
All right, so the missing link is out. Gary, how many listens are you in?
I went ahead, did get that package in the mail yesterday. I was hoping to get, because we know how Hatchet Gear does it sometimes. Hell, sometimes they give it out the Friday before, and you get the whole weekend to listen to the shit. So I really thought it was going to be in the mail yesterday.
I did.
Go to check it, and I was saddened to see that all I had was a fucking bill. I was like, God damn. So what did I do? I went straight to my phone. I said, I'm listening to this album at midnight. I downloaded it on iTunes. I went ahead and pre-ordered it, you know. Since I already fucking bought it, I don't care. I went ahead and pre-ordered it. Downloaded it about 11 p.m. my time. And like we said, we knew it was my birthday. So at midnight, I'm bringing in my birthday. I'm having my birthday beers, birthday shots. If you look at my Facebook, you'll see me with a pink, pretty birthday girl glass, you know, chugging it up. And I leave at midnight or so. I'm like, I got to get home to listen to this fucking album. So I'm driving. I'm hammered. I'm drivable hammered. Let's say that because you shouldn't drink it. I go to Taco Bell. Taco Bell's drive-thru fucking sucks, so I had to go to Burger King. Got me a bacon Whopper, and I'm listening to the album. I'm just at the intro. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling each track going to each other. I get home, pop my earbuds in, pass the fuck out while I'm listening to the fucking album.
What?
Yes, I pass out, brother. I wake up to You Should Know. And I'm like, God damn it. I shouldn't have known what I was going to pass out. I should have known.
For anybody watching, Jekyll Juggalo is not saying that the album is so boring that you fall asleep, okay? Let's just clarify that real quick.
I think that's what he's saying. I think this is a fucking snoozer. I think that's
it's a snoozer. You pass out during it. No, so I wake up at 6:30 in the morning, hungover, but I realized I passed out on the album. First thing I did is went back to the album, started it all over, and guess what? I've been up ever since, hyped than a motherfucker, because this album is straight up the shit. Better than fucking My Death Pop, better than Bang Pow Boom. This is the third Joker card of the second deck. It's amazing. And it pays a lot of tribute, I feel, to past Joker's cards. And it pays tribute to everybody that are lost in the world and are trying to find their missing link.
Exactly. Today actually was the first day I listened to it in the car. I mean, I've been rocking it every day for the last week, sometimes twice a day. But today's the first time I rocked it in the car, and that thing thumps. Missing Link is a banger.
The Missing Link is one of the greatest fucking ICP records I've ever heard. They just made a fucking awesome album. The music.
The music is amazing. That's what we was talking about earlier before we started this hangout. You know, me and DC was talking. Because I asked him what's his favorite song, and amazingly, his favorite song on the album is my favorite song on the album, Falling Apart.
Oh, nice.
I love it. It's because the way it starts, like you said, with the piano, the sound, Violent J singing. You know, it gives you goosebumps. You know what I'm saying? It's like and the song, the story behind it. Oh goddamn, you know.
Yeah.
So, actually, you're on the wrong song. How was the one we were talking about with piano, but
Falling
Apart had the guitar riff.
He had the guitar riff. There you go. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's funny that you play piano though. I remember, listening to the album on repeat listens and realizing that the things that I like musically about ICP are all there, and a lot of that is the piano and the guitar. It's subtle instruments that are used. It harks back to like the good old days of the Ringmaster, where you listen to it and it's like, whoa, everyone's singing that Southwest song. Oh,
the music.
I hear that before. That is reminiscent. That's giving me deja vu, because they do pull from pop culture. Like, we don't need no water. Let the motherfucker burn.
Exactly.
We all know where that's from. ICP takes little gems like that and they make it their own. They put their own spin on it. It's almost like they're paying homage, but they do it to the most obscure random people you wouldn't even think, like Rod Stewart or Color Me Bad, or you know what I mean? Like, it's like there's things to pick up on, and it's not just all about like, oh, am I going to heaven or hell? No, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of Easter eggs in this album for juggalos.
There's a lot, you know, and the word juggalo is very, very rarely used in the whole album. I think it's only used in one song. The Confederate flag is the only one I remember hearing it in. Yeah. Because he says juggalos in the South be waving it like this or something like that, you know?
There's juggalos all across the South that don't wave it.
There you go, thank you. Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, you know. Like, I don't know it as much as you leakers know it, you know, but...
I couldn't help it, okay? I was too
No, it's okay. It's okay. You should know that you're sorry.
You should know that I am sorry. They should know that. I'm sorry.
Did I leak that?
You know, the leakers out there, you motherfuckers better buy this album. And
you better. They fucking better. If not, I'm gonna be like, what comes after L, bitch? Bo.
If you're a juggalo out there, you've been rocking the hatchet, you've been going to shows, you've attended at least one gathering, and you fucking had fun. I don't care what the politics are. If you enjoy this music and you stole it and didn't pay for it, then you can go kick rocks. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, after Twisted leaving Psychopathic, after them like really fucking struggling to make ends meet on the gathering front, it's Psychopathic Records' livelihood that depends on the success of their albums. At the end of the day, it's on your conscience whether or not you're going to support the music you love. And in the underground right now, I feel like a lot of motherfuckers out there are scrapping for their own, you know?
Yep.
A lot of people out there are fucking stealing food to eat. And that's kind of like the whole moral of the story, right? Is you are your own compass. You got to follow your heart. You can't rely on some external human being to tell you you can or can't do something, because 50% of the time they're just as corrupt as you are. You know what I'm saying? We're human beings. We got that shit inside of us. The light and the darkness is inside. And so you don't have to fucking, you know, like, I'm never gonna sleep well again until I pay for this album. It's not like that. There's actually more pressing things that should be on your mind than that. But you want to hear this album? Just pay for the fucking album.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Don't be a fucking stinge like that.
But at the same time, you know, ICP been in the game how many years now? Since 1991, you know? It's like they said, you know what, steal it, whatever, listen to it. Just listen to it. They want to get their voice out there. But yes, I agree. If you downloaded the album and already listened to it, buy a fucking physical copy of it, or at least pay for it on iTunes or Google Play or what the fuck ever, you know. Give them their props, give them their money that they deserve for an amazing album, because it is worth every bit of the $10 that the album is.
Oh yeah.
See,
listening to the album wasn't enough. Now I'm ready to look through the damn thing.
Yeah, well, I can't wait. I can't wait to get the album. I can't wait to see what is in store. I mean, are we going to be disappointed? Is it going to be shit in the book or anything like that? Is it going to be nothing? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not, but I can't wait to get it and open up and actually hold it. You know what I'm saying?
There's going to be a fresh, crisp Benjamin in each booklet for those that actually paid for it.
This album is like, let's say, the ending Hunger Games thing. You know, it's like, I can't wait for Found to come out now. You know, like how people see Hunger Games, it's like the Mockingjays, 2 parts or whatever. But it's like, oh, I got to see the last part, blah, 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 blah. You know, it's like, I can't wait to see what Found has in store for us now.
This is the only PSA I'll give you about buying this album, because moving forward, it's not my business what you guys do. It's just the album came out today, and it's something that needs to be said for all of you who are just like, oh, let me watch this video and listen to these guys talk about this album I'm on the fence about buying. Get off the fucking fence and hop over on this side, not that. You got to buy
exactly.
It. And it's worth it, okay? This album deserves to be in your ear hole, so get it any way you can. Go ahead and steal it if you have to, but that's if you have to.
And we're not just saying it because we're juggalos or this and that. We're saying it because it is a great album. It is a good musical album. Lyrics are great. The story's amazing, and it sets you up. And if you know the story behind what's going on with this second deck, this is the third card, and there's going to be 2 parts to it. You got Lost and Found. And the way this album ends, it leaves you on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, we don't have to hold spoilers anymore at this point now.
No, you don't. Everybody's listening to the album.
Yeah, and if you haven't listened to the album at this point, no excuses. Go to spin.com. They're streaming it. You can probably find it on Spotify at this point in time. And it's a beautiful thing, all right? I would love to take this opportunity just to run through the tracks real quick. You guys tell me what stood out to you. We'll keep this a little fun here, okay? We got the title track, Lost, Apocalypse, Shock, Confederate Flag, Vomit, Falling Apart, how, explosions, I'll keep my hatchet, neighbors are fighting, you should know, flamethrower, and I see the devil. And personally, I do love Falling Apart. That one reminds me of, like, you know, Guts on the Ceiling.
What did I say, DC? What did I say?
Yeah, you killed that shit.
This album, I feel, is the definition of the wicked shit. You know, this album is straight up wicked. It is about being lost and shit and leading into being found. But this album also, I feel, pays tribute to the first deck. It pays tribute to that first Joker's card there's so much Carnival of Carnage in it, I feel, that you got Guts on the Ceiling with that, and then Confederate flag, and fuck your rebel flag, you know, there's so much there.
In Apocalypse, it reminds me of on Carnival of Carnage, like the song Psychopathic or Never Had It Made, where he's just like running around, falling on the grass, everything's all right, like he's losing blood, Klodopins are catching up, like
yeah, exactly.
And then of course you hear in the background, it's like a dream, it's like la 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 la, and I love it. The visuals, I mean, you get into it if you can follow his flow, you know.
And it all flows together well.
You're thinking of Shock. You said Apocalypse.
I did say Apocalypse. I meant Shock. My bad.
See, you guys are the veterans on the album. You know, you guys are going to know the tracks a lot better as to the stories. Like I said, I'm 3 listens in, so, you know, I can't fit every story with each song yet. All I know is it's another one of those albums that I have to listen to start to finish.
Right.
You know, it's like Shangri-La. I can only listen to that album, popping it in from the beginning to the end. Yeah, every now and again I can pop a track on and listen to it, but for the most part, it's a all the way through listening. And this album, each song fits in together so well. You know, it leads into the next song perfectly. So
I like how there's like a little bit of everything as far as skits. You got the preacher, you know, you've got the hey man, I feel like shit phone call, you know. Just like every little gimmick, you know, the news reporter telling you something crazy before the song kicks in, like every single gimmick they threw a little bit of, you know, sprinkled it on there.
Exactly. And then, you know, by them releasing Vomit early to the public, like as like their single, and I was saying this earlier. At first, I was like, okay, I don't know what I feel about it, you know. But like a lot of ICP songs, they grow on you, and they don't just grow on you because you've listened to so much it sucked you in. It's like, as I referred to the comparison, it's like a Stanley Kubrick movie. So many of his movies, when they first came out, like 2001: Space Odyssey, The Shining, nobody liked him at first. But with a second watch and a third watch, they saw it. They saw the hidden shit, and they felt it, and they, I get where you're going with this. And that's how Vomit was for me. After listening to it a couple of times, like, goddamn, the beat is good.
Yeah, that's an amazing comparison because Kubrick would deliberately lace his movies with imagery and metaphors, and that's exactly what ICP does. So that's
exactly.
And instead, you know what? I don't actually agree with that thing that we heard earlier that ICP said, hey, Juggalos reviewed the album. 3 out of 5 said it's scarier than Hell's Pit. All right, now that I've heard the album, I'm going to tell you right now, me personally, I'm not going to exaggerate and blow this out of proportion. This didn't scare me. Okay, this opened my eyes. I wasn't like, ooh.
It made you think twice about the way you live your life.
A flamethrower, like I'm scared. No, what it did is it made me reflect. Is what it did. And
that's
man,
exactly
like,
what I'm about to say.
That actually kind of got me more emotional than in a scared way. Like if you watch a movie and you're scared, you get that adrenaline rush. Well, in my heart, I felt my heart pumping. I was like thinking, and I don't know. I mean, I don't even want to get into details about it, but I'm just saying that the last track of this album made me cry a little bit, a couple of times. I'm not gonna lie. I've listened to it on repeat and just like gotten emotional because
it made you think twice about the way you live your life, about things you do in your life. Like it could be the pettiest of things, or it could be the biggest of things, you know. And we've all made these, like in the song "I See the Devil." We've all gone through similar situations. I don't care how good of a person you are. I love every single one of you guys at CarnivalSpirits. I love every single person I come across in my life, you know what I'm saying? But we've all done something negative in our life to where we feel, should we have done that or not? Or think twice about it. And it makes you think of life, you know?
This album, it made me feel good inside because I don't necessarily feel like I'm lost right now. I actually feel found. So for them to be painting this picture, and I can empathize with other people. Like the line about every time I score some meth. Well, I know some homies that kind of fucked with meth. And, you know, I have homies that have died in car crashes from drunk drivers. And when he said that line about fucking tells me to floor it, I try to ignore it, laughs when I crash and everybody's blood pouring. And then that line made me fucking break out and cry just thinking about, like, because I wasn't expecting him to you know, tell it that way. Like
Right.
the part about yelling at your mom, going off like a bomb, that part really got to me because, unfortunately, I have communication problems with my family. And you know, it's funny how Violent J will kind of put that up there in the same category, you know? Yeah. Being disrespectful to your mother. I mean, I know that they got a different circumstance. My dad didn't walk out on me, and I don't want to slaughter thee, okay? It's not about God. It's about you and your connection.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. And they say it's a religious listening. It is, but it's about yourself, you know? It's about how you feel about yourself and shit like that. And we've all been lost and doing things in our lives that, like, oh, why am I doing this? I got to better myself, you know? And that's what I'm saying, like, we've all felt lost like that at a time in our lives, you know? And now we get to see what it's like to be found. So excited.
Well, hey guys, I got a jet. That was my fiance. I apparently lost track of time, so
you're in trouble.
I'm in trouble. She said she's just gonna call Chance. I was like, no, I'll be right there. What I'm gonna leave off with is it's definitely an eye opener for me. The song "How," you know, how do I live a beautiful life when all of this darkness has covered my life? It's definitely an eye opener. And thinking about that chorus, it makes me take a look around at everything in my life. And makes me realize that my missing link is found. So this album is definitely beautiful. It delivered its message perfectly. So those are going to be my closing thoughts. All right.
Fuck yeah, man. Thank you.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Peace out.
Have fun, homie. Peace.
See ya.